What's up guys, DawnD605 here, and today I'm here to teach you guys something that seems to be a little obscured on the internet as far as I'm gathered on YouTube, and it's actually a simple guide as to how to actually copy protect your actual content on the internet when you're distributing files on the internet. Now, obviously, this is like something personal that I wanted to share because, it's actually kind of interesting that not many people talk about this, and I want to actually share it with you guys as to what I do to protect my content that I make personally, and it's actually really interesting because there's actually a few sources that I use that actually help out with this. So let's get into it. So first off, the first thing you're gonna need is the what is it? Let's see, the Gilisoft Copy Protect software. This is what you're gonna be using. So, or at least from the easiest one that's free. So if you want to find it, you gotta search up Gilisoft Copy Protect. Yeah, this one. And it's a download button. It'll be a free trial. You don't have to worry about paying for it as long as you actually stay within the free trial. Um, I tested it. It doesn't seem like there's any limits or anything. It's just like limited features. It seems like it. So we open it. It's gonna give us admin permission to type in, click yes, and then should open. Okay, so then there's this. And then we go to copy protect. Now, first off, what you'll notice very quickly is there's also a binding option you'll have for the trial version, but we're going to stick with copy protect for now since that's part of the tutorial. We'll go to add files and folders. We'll go to, well, you want to add the files you want to add. So for this instance, I'm going to be adding my music because I compose these tracks for my own sake. Because obviously, I'm not gonna be copyright claimed by anything that actually uses these songs because I actually own the rights to them. So I'm gonna use these. You highlight them and then select them, and then open it. It's gonna add these to them. So then what you want to do is click next. Then it's gonna say select a drive. I'm gonna change this to um, DVD, and you can choose between a GPC format or an EXE. Now, when you browse, you want to click browse, and you're gonna click whatever drive you're using. I'm gonna be using a DVD, for example, and we're gonna just format this before we actually do anything with it. Now, I do have a Blu-ray drive for this because I used it for a couple other things first. So, there's some things that are enabled by default in the trial. For instance, prohibit copy and paste is one. So you don't have to worry about that at least. Okay, so now that that's formatted, we can then go to click OK, and it should allow us to use it because we have four whatever space we had. Yours may be different, I don't know, but we're gonna go to client, and it's gonna say what you want to choose to prohibit. You can prohibit screenshots, clipboard disabled. I'm gonna enable that. Lock keyboard when playing media. Not really needed. You can enable intelligent anti-copy if you want. Um, just because it can come in handy when you're actually dealing with other things. I'm gonna keep that on. And then you can also use the basic settings where you can actually add like an expiration date for the license and other things. So what we're going to do here is we're going to bind to device. There's two options. Bind to disk means you can allow the file to be played only on the bound hard drive or USB drive. Means that once it goes off that drive, you have to it's useless. It doesn't work. So once it's bind to device means that when it's bound to once it's open for the first time, it's like a DRM kinda where you basically have to enable the copy protection in order to allow the content to be used again. So what happens is Binding to device means that you can only use the content on the device it's used on one time, and you have to use the same device later. So we're going to use bind to device, and it's going to burn the files into the disk. But because I chose use like a USB flash drive, it's not going to permanently write them. I can always delete them later if I want to. There we go. Now when you just to confirm our work, let's press open, and it's going to say dvd.exe. Now we open this, and it's going to say it's going to bring up a little thing that says our user and password. It's going to autofill it most likely, and if it doesn't, just type it in, and it should verify, and then it should say the first time you view this device is bound automatically. Do you want to use this device to view it later? You press agree to bind. Yes, we're gonna do this for the video sake. You can see all the songs are in there. Now, if I was to Now, the way copy protection works is if I was to drag this in music, for example, or if I was to use it on a different device, so we're going to move to the phone so I can actually show you, because if I move this to music, because it's still the same device, you can still view it on there. See? So now, let's move it over to the other PC and we'll show you how it works. We're gonna insert this into the computer. So, and you'll notice very quickly. Get out of here. Yeah, you'll see that there's a dvd.exe. We click on that. It's gonna bring us to this. Yes. And once you'll notice that copy protection will be working on it because it's a different device. You do not have permission to open this file due to copy protection. There you go. So that's how it works. Hope this video helped you out a lot, and be sure to subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye.